Hello and welcome to another episode of the Not For Nothing podcast. We are here in New York, my favorite thing to say. But on this very lovely day, we want to talk about the new age collectibles.
Yeah. Do you have any collections?
I, for a very brief moment, collected stamps.
Okay.
But that was very brief. And
what
then
got you into that? Parents?
I stopped by a store with my grandma and we were like, wow, this is so cool. And so then we were like, maybe I should do this. But then that didn't last very long. And then I got into, again, very briefly and very not large collection, into the little like Hello Kitty figurines.
Okay.
That was like
the quarter machine ones.
No, like slightly larger. Like
okay.
Kind of like the beginning of the Japanese toy collectible trend.
Right.
So that was short-lived because they're pretty expensive. What about you?
When I was young, I had a sticker collection.
Whoa.
Yeah, like major.
Whoa,
major.
Okay.
And I didn't used to put them in sticker books because I felt like that wasted it.
So what were you doing with them?
I was keeping them, like cutting them out and stuff, and just keeping them in like
a Ziploc?
No, like I would have like, you know, like a travel-sized toiletry container.
Yeah.
I'd put them in something like that where you could have like hundreds of them in there and it wouldn't be full, you know?
Wow.
I loved stickers so much. And then I feel like I've had a lot of collections.
Yeah, you're definitely a collector.
I like collecting.
You're a terp chaser, you're a collector.
Well, that's another thing. When I recently moved, I found hundreds of jars and old Mylar bags.
Yeah, I'm definitely a weed collector, which is...
I threw it all out and it really brought me down memory lane and I was like, wow, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on weed.
I threw it all out when I left California. I was like, I can't be bringing this stuff with me. Like,
and
this
it's
needs
funny
to end.
Because like some of it is like the beginning of brands' origin stories, like the very first time they put something out. And like it kind of made me sad to get rid of, but I'm happy to get rid of the clutter.
I know, like part of me always gets sad when I throw all the weed memorabilia away, and then part of me is like, this is junk.
It needs to go.
It's gotta go.
So what else? It's not fair to say that I collect t-shirts because I don't necessarily collect them, but I have accumulated.
I have a large collection of branded shirts.
Same.
But it's not a voluntary collection.
Same, exactly. It's just kind of there, and it's been there haunting me for years.
And the same with like branded lighters.
Yes.
Like you could say I have a collection, but I'm not seeking them out.
Right. And they're just not something you would throw away because they're handy.
Yeah, they're useful, but it's not like, oh, don't use this one because it's a special, like...
I think I have like 2 lighters that I do that with. And they're like...
Of a brand?
No, not of a brand.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
forget that.
Branded
but
ones
lighters I've paid for.
Yes. Like there are some
like,
cuter, from like places or whatever, but...
Yeah, like artists, you know, where they'll put out a lighter.
Yeah, but not a...
No.
Definitely not.
That. But one collector's item that like legit skeeves me out. Like when someone collects this, like I get like the douche chills.
What is it?
Funko Pops.
It's pretty nuts.
I can't take it. I'm like, they're not cute.
They're not cute. They're so expensive.
They're so stupid. And they look so ugly in the box and out. Like they're ugly. I can't. It's not decor.
No. But it is for some people.
Yeah. And it's giving man cave.
Like whenever I see those around, I'm like, okay, I see what kind of place we're in.
Right. Exactly. Like that like condescending giggle is exactly it. And then there's like a trend. I don't know if you've seen Sonny Angels.
I don't think so.
They're basically these tiny little figurines.
Oh, I have seen them. Where they put them on the car?
Maybe. Yeah. I'm not sure. And they're like naked.
Yeah. Little baby dolls, like, but tiny.
Don't know how I feel about that.
I had some when I was very small, young.
They existed?
Or I had an equivalent of that, but I remember having like...
a naked baby girl. All right. I saw someone equate it to the copper tone little girl on the suntan lotion bottles.
Yeah.
Where her bathing suit is being ripped off by the dog.
Oh, that was a weird ad.
You know?
Yeah.
And they have since changed it because it's creepy. And they realized that people were collecting their packaging because of the logo.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, that's creepy. And now I'm like, for the kids that have hundreds of Sonny Angels,
so many,
every collection, why? I'm not going to lie, they are enticing.
They're cute.
They're enticing in the way that they're collectible.
Yeah.
And they're small and they're themed. Like, oh, this one has a cabbage on its head. This one is the animal collection. It looks like a giraffe. You know, it's like, that is what's cool about it. And that they're tiny and tchotchke-ish.
Yeah. Love a
and
tchotchke.
Foreign. But I'm also like, this is inherently creepy.
Yeah.
So yeah. Would you rather have a Stanley Cup daughter or a Funko Pop son?
Stanley Cup daughter.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I think Funko Pop people are incels.
Because people aren't, first of all, I totally agree. But also people aren't like not using their Stanleys.
Agreed.
That's
it does have a use.
I love a utilitarian collection.
Same. I completely agree with
and
you.
I like being around people who are unafraid of sharing their collections too. I hate the like, oh, don't touch this doll on my wall or like on my shelf because actually a special edition from some bullshit artist at Art Basel.
Yes. Also, I forgot I do have a little bit of a Supreme collection.
You would.
And some things, but like you said, some things are utilitarian. Like, I'm not keeping my clothes on ice. I'm wearing them, you know?
Yeah, like I never understood the like not using the stuff that you're collecting.
Right. And there's only some things that I'm not using, and that's because of my cat. And it would be like my Supreme ashtrays and stuff.
Yeah.
That I just simply don't want her breaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, some things stay on ice that are either going to be sold one day when they increase in more
also
value.
That.
And that I just don't like love for myself, but I know someone else will.
Agreed.
And then there's things that like I love and I wear all the time and debut. Yeah.
What about you? Would you have a Stanley daughter?
Yeah, 100%. But if they were young and like still in my household, you're only able to have a few. And you got to use all of them. And you got to take good care of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing that like wall of Stanleys.
The wall of Stanleys freaks me out.
It's a tad of the tism.
Like,
it is.
It's a water bottle.
Right.
This is a hydration device.
Right. Listen, I recently moved my cat in to a household with a dog.
That's a big transition.
Yeah. Especially knowing Gemini, she's
cool, but she's
feisty.
picky. Yeah.
She's a feisty little character. Oh, and I did forget to mention that the house also has a bird.
What Gemini lacks in hair, she makes up for in attitude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I woke up the other day.
Yeah, does she like the bird?
Fascinated with the bird.
I could see that. She's like, why can you go to such heights?
Correct. Well, the bird is in a cage.
Yeah, but it's still...
For the best.
Still perched.
Yes, exactly. And I guess to her, floating in midair because it's perched up high.
And she's like, I try that and I get yelled at.
And I try to be the highest in the room.
Yeah.
Similar to her mother. I also like to be the highest in the room.
Very true.
So I woke up and I was the last person in the house to wake up. Everybody's at work except me. I'm working from home that day. So I had a hard time sleeping. So I like slept in a little bit. I go downstairs. I go in the kitchen. I start brewing my coffee. I turn around and I'm like, oh, the bird cage is on the floor.
No.
Bird cage is on the floor. Sweet Gemini Marie has tried to climb the bird cage, I'm sure. And also the bird cage at night is covered so that the bird can sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my responsibility to uncover the bird cage. But the bird cage is uncovered on the floor. The cover is off. The bird is like, what is going on? Because now he's in a horizontal cage. Perched. The thing is all mangled where I'm like, I'm so glad the bird didn't get out.
Yeah.
Because, I can't say that she wouldn't have heard him because it's like literally a cat instinct to like chase
kill
birds,
yeah.
kill birds, like swat at them, and they're so tiny. Like they just can't handle it.
And they're hunters, cats.
Yes. And
carnivores.
I really don't know what I would have done if she had hurt this bird. And I'm just praying it doesn't happen because I can't even imagine the guilt I'll feel if my cat kills someone else's bird.
Yeah, that's That's a hard one to get over.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping she realizes that
They're friends.
that's your friend and your housemate. That is not prey. If you see a mouse, on the other hand,
please do your job.
By all means. And it's been about a month now.
And
the cat and the dog are not getting along still.
Really?
Yeah. She just simply will not let him near her. And he does nothing to her. He's so nice. All he wants to do is play. He'll grab a toy and like run up to her and just like stand there with the toy, and she'll be like,
She's still growling and like
she's growling and hissing and swatting. She's so mean. She just wants to be an only child.
I feel like give it time though. Like
I'm hoping.
It's definitely gonna be worth it.
Red said 2 to 3 months, he thinks.
Yeah, like I think it'll be fine. I think she's gonna put up such a fight and it's gonna be so good after.
I agree, and I hope. So yeah, I was just wondering if there will ever be peace, but it's good to hear that you think that there will
I think there will. Like, I think she's just marking her territory and like the attention.
Yeah.
But I feel like she'll learn.
I hope so. Cheers to hoping.
Yeah, here's to hoping. And if you have pets that you've introduced to each other, please let us know how you did it.
Yep.
We are in no way pet experts.
Yeah, definitely not. And if there's a way for me to keep the cat from the bird, please let me know. Outside of like switching rooms and stuff. And
what if you put like some catnip on top of the dog?
That's a great question. I really wonder how that would work out. Actually, I have catnip spray.
You know what
Imagine
I mean?
I spray him everywhere with catnip, and she's like, "Wait, do I like you?
Like, am I kind of into this?"
Or like on the dog bed.
Yeah.
Interesting. I might try that. Hopefully, it doesn't cause the opposite reaction.
Hates catnip.
Right. Okay. I've come to a realization.
Okay, tell me.
And all this time I had been fearful of the South Brooklyn gentrifiers, but my official stance is that they are here.
Yeah.
No, they are here and they are en masse. You know why? Want to see the signs I found?
What? Tell me.
High pants. Where there's soccer ankle visible.
Yeah.
Hokas.
Ugh.
Lots of them. Small beanies.
Not the tiny beanie.
Rolled up beanies.
The fucking tiny beanie just... The whole point of a beanie is that your ears are covered.
Correct. Oversized sweatshirts with said high water pants. They are here, and there's nothing we can do about it. Before you know it, there's going to be new coffee shops everywhere.
Fucking kombucha on tap.
Yeah. Which is something I'm both excited and nervous for.
But no, it's happening. The number of people I know who've moved to South Brooklyn. Get
the fuck out of here.
I mean, I say every time I'm like, Sarah, I have such bad news to tell you. Another person I know moved.
It's really painful. It actually is really actually painful. Also, if you dare to move to South Brooklyn and bring a car, go fuck yourself. Because there's enough cars all over South Brooklyn.
That's true.
Each family has like 3 cars.
I will say if I were to move to New York with my car, I would move to South Brooklyn because it's like you can actually park there.
No.
But now, no.
No, but in general, no. Like, it's not possible. Like, there's so many driveways. Like, if you're a person that doesn't have a driveway.
That's true.
There's no parking. I'm not even kidding.
That's true.
Like, it's everything else is metered. It's just not possible. So yeah, fuck the gentrifiers. That's forever. Let's talk about chips.
My favorite topic.
What's your current favorite chip? What will you and won't you eat in public?
Okay, so the other day I was taking the Amtrak down to New York for us to record.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling Sarah, I was like, my apologies. My texting is a little off right now because my fingers are covered in salt and vinegar. Like that little like sticky dust situation that's like pasty on your fingers. And I was like, so I can't really type to text. But I do love a salt and vinegar. But I will say I probably won't do that again on the train because it requires hand washing post. Mm-hmm. And I don't like getting up and then like leaving my stuff and then you like bother the other person.
I'll be honest, I'm not above licking my fingers.
But it's like I've just been
on the train.
I probably shouldn't have even been eating at that point with how dirty my fingers. But like, you know, you're like touching a bunch of stuff. You're on the train. You like,
yeah, like what? Like if you're using the fingers to feed yourself, you may as well lick them.
I guess. I should bring like moist towelettes.
Yeah, I guess that's the adult thing to do.
That's the adult thing to do.
But I'm a finger licker. It's finger licking good.
But I feel like the same goes with like Doritos. I definitely will never eat a Cheeto in public.
I don't like Cheetos.
Cheetos are an at-home chip.
There's a chip that I won't eat in public, and it's for very different reasons.
What is it?
It's an Asian chip. They're honey butter flavored.
Okay.
So fucking good. They also have a crab version. They also have my absolute favorite, which is a curry.
Yeah, you were telling me about that when we were in LA.
So good. But
they were only selling it by like the multi-pack.
Yes, exactly. Or I would have gotten those.
Yeah.
The only reason I won't eat those in public is because of how hard they are to open.
Oh my God.
Like that's with like a thick chip bag.
You need to cut it.
Where you're like, no, you can open it, but every single person in the vicinity is going to know you're eating chips.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not.
Agreed.
Yeah. That's a chip I'll avoid.
But the rest you're fine with?
I'm pretty much fine. Like as in terms of the ones I will eat.
Yeah.
If I ate Cheez-Its, cheese doodles, what are they called?
Cheetos. But also cheese doodles.
Yeah. I prefer a cheese doodle to a Cheeto.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite Cheeto is the baked white cheddar.
Oh, yum.
That's the only ones I eat.
Yum. They have cheese doodle version of that, right?
Yeah. Because then the orange ones, it's a little too much.
Yeah. If I did eat those, I think I'd eat them with chopsticks.
I see people doing that and I'm always just amazed at how ingenuous. Like, it's so smart.
It is. It really is smart. But that would mean you would have to carry chopsticks with you.
Again, not something I had on the train with me.
Exactly. Maybe I should start carrying chopsticks.
But I'm sticking to plain on the train.
Oh, no. Don't. Not plain. Anything but.
But a plain chip is so good. It's better than no chip.
No, it's not. I'd rather no chips than plain.
Damn.
Really, like that's
my firm stance. What about a cracked black pepper?
I don't know of any cracked black pepper chips other than Tempo.
Oh my God, I will introduce you. So good.
I don't think it'll be for me though.
You're not a pepper totally person? Real with you.
I like pepper, but I really love a flavorful chip. Like I want it to be packed with flavor.
Okay.
Like cheesy.
Yeah.
Extremely, extremely spicy.
Yeah.
I like the extreme of it all.
That's true. You're pretty extreme on the terps.
I am. Yeah. So why don't you talk about this pool?
Would you swim in the Hudson River?
In the river itself or in the pool in the river?
Both. I mean, okay, so for context, they're building this pool in the Hudson River that will be opening in the summer. And people are like low-key excited about it. Mostly, I think, like white people. Yeah. People who aren't from New York and who didn't grow up in the 90s with like just bodies washing up all the time. Which was like such a fun era of the news.
Not for the body, but
no, yeah, but it was definitely, the Hudson is not for the faint of heart. I don't think I would swim in either.
I think I would swim in the new one.
In the new pool?
I'll be honest.
I would do it like once for the photo, for the moment, for the plot, but I wouldn't like make that like a fun summer activity.
Let me put it this way.
Yeah, tell me.
If I, by some miracle of the world, got invited as like an influencer to try out the pool before everyone else.
Yeah, then I'll do it.
And I didn't have to wait online, and I knew nobody was going to steal my shit.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Okay, but that's a whole other experience.
Going to a public pool, first of all, getting there is not easy.
Not easy.
Where it's at?
Yeah.
Do you remember the days where they were turning those shipping containers into public pools? I never did that.
Me neither.
And I don't know if I ever would.
But I've been to like different New York public pools.
Sunset Park pools where I learned how to swim.
Like they're disgusting, but it's fine and it's fun. And
exactly.
It's, like,
and they're
hot
so
in New
chlorinated.
York. Yeah. Like
that it's like you're more likely to get a chemical burn than you will get a staph infection.
I was never worried about infection. It was just like your skin hurt. When you
literally.
were going home. But
I don't think my 30-year-old skin could handle it anymore.
I was like, I say that I won't swim in the Hudson, but like I swim at Coney Island. No problem.
Isn't it? It's technically the Hudson, no?
I have no idea, but that water is like not that clean.
No, it's not.
And I have now I struggle more swimming in it, like as an adult, now that I have developed like senses.
I'll be completely real with you. I've swam in almost every single like safe beach in New York. And there's one beach I'll never do it again in.
Which one?
Orchard.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Orchard Beach in the Bronx. I'm sorry. My skin actually felt like it was sloughing off. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Like I was in actual pain. And I thought like, you know, my friends from the Bronx, they were like, you know, you're going to get a third eye. You know, they would joke around like, and I'm just like, no, that's like not right. Like I don't want to be like closed-minded to this.
Exactly.
So I tried it and I'm not kidding. I maybe showered 30 minutes later. I just went directly home and my skin was really very, very irritated. And it smelled like sewage.
So that's how I feel about the Hudson.
Yeah.
But they do the triathlon every year where they like actually swim in the like real Hudson.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah. And I've always been so curious about how people are like okay with it. Or like the people who kayak on the Hudson.
Yeah. Well, you're not getting wet necessarily.
Yeah, but that's like the only fun part of kayaking and like boating, whatever, is like fucking around with your friends and like tipping each other over. You like jump in, you jump back in. Like,
I've never been kayaking, so I can't say, but
it's not, like it's, imagine fearing, like you're afraid of the water that you're in.
Don't fucking touch me with the water.
I don't want to do that.
I am with you on that. I kind of do feel like we should swim in that pool though for the story.
But yes, for the story and the pool, and like if there was an experience associated with it, that's like, come visit this pool and like we can do like weed content about like a pool in a river. Yeah.
Yeah. If the New York City Parks Department wants to like, you know, pay us to make content,
I'll make all the tiki jockeys.
We would do it.
But I can't say I like on a random summer day will be like, let's go swim at the Hudson pool.
Let's go wait in line with 7 million children to swim in this cross-shaped pool.
I would rather just run a cold bath.
Yeah. 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 I'd rather just go fucking get a Slurpee.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Just get a massive Diet Coke.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of the Not for Nothing podcast. You can follow me at How Can I Help You, but make sure to follow the pod as well at Not For Nothing Pod across all platforms, and give us a like, comment, and subscription. Where can they follow you? You can follow me at Natasha PRZ, and let us know where you go swimming in the summer, because we clearly are fiending for some sun. Please. All right. We'll see you next week. See you next Tuesday. Bye.